Well, the opening tip, folks, welcome. Here's Istanbul, Australia winning it. That first possession going up against Japan. Australia attacking the basket to the right. And the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup qualifiers. World Cup will be in Berlin later this year. And Sammy Whitcomb, who kind of cooled off yesterday, starts off to the three for the Opals.
I mean, it was a great closeout, but Sammy Whitcomb with that fast release. It was pretty good defensive action, but it was even better offense by Australia.
Takata gets it down low to Takashiki, who spins her way down and gets blocked by Lina Smith. Great D from Smith. Not how you want to start if you're Japan, having a rejection on your first possession when you're going for that high percentage look. Now, Alana Smith, shot clock winding down. Melbourne gets it up, and the bank is open in Istanbul, folks. Well, it is midweek.
Jade Melbourne getting the start over Allie Wilson, who started yesterday's game for them. I thought Jade played a lot better in the second half yesterday than she did in the first.
Difficult shot, good box out by Smith. And maybe also it's a way for her to get locked in early on. And here she is in a reach and a foul called on Tanaka.
Number 26, first personal and attendance first.
Jade Melbourne being aggressive, attacking the get-back defense by Japan.
And the ball goes out. Ball doesn't lie. And boy, that is not a good development for Japan, giving up an offensive rebound off 2 missed free throws and the putback. Good job for Australia, already out to an 8-0 lead. Tanaka open, she's got it. Just joins that
arc on that shot. There's no way it's gonna touch rim. I don't even think it hardly touched any net.
Magbagor lets it fly. And good job, Tanaka getting the rebound. Truly is a spectacular youngster.
Yeah, 20 years old.
And a three-pointer, the second for Japan, this time from number 31, Aika Hiroshita.
Well, after a slow start, 2 3-pointers. This is what Japan can do to you. They can make threes very quickly, and then the game can change instantly.
Magbagor made the move, and again, Japan kind of a little slow to the basketball. Good job by Steph Talbot. Here's Whitcomb, gets into the paint, and puts it up and in. Machida gets down, brings it back out. Oh, nice bounce pass. Hiroshita gets it up and scores. Nice play from Aika. I like it.
Movement that Japan can play with, especially after penetration. It's also great to see Machida back in a Japanese jersey at the level, not quite at the level that she was during the Tokyo Olympics, but it's getting there.
Magbagor taking the three, and this is the part of the game where Japan are really struggling. You know, they're not getting defensive rebounds, giving other opportunities to the Opals. Magbagor missing, but look, Whitcomb quick to the ball, first to the ball rather. So Corey Gaines makes some substitutions, and he was asked yesterday about the rebounding to comment, and he said, listen, I don't think it was the he said, I see what you mean. You know, we're out rebounded by Hungary, but I think the fact that we put them on the line, it kind of like we weren't able to quicken the tempo and tire them out. They had a chance to rest, but I don't know. I feel like this rebounding is pretty blatant.
Yeah, it's been a weakness. Yeah, the defensive rebounding. You know, I feel yesterday Hungary punished them at certain times with offensive rebounding, second chance opportunities, and we've already seen it here early in the game as well. Australia, obviously it's a focal point. Go crash the offensive rebounds.
Well, Borlase gets the bucket. She's come into the game, and there is absolutely nothing that you don't like about Borlase. She is just productive.
Yeah, I mean, Ezzy Magbagor, TCL player of the game yesterday, but it easily could have been Borlase as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's my first opportunity seeing her play live, and she's all the hype. I think she's the best player in her generation.
Kono missing, and quickly the other way, Borlase, and she gets the foul called. So running hard, getting to the line.
Talked to a friend in Australia this morning, and he said, "What do you think of Borlase?" And I said, "I really like her. She is deceivingly athletic."
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
You know, I don't think you would necessarily just look at her game, but she's quick, she's strong, she keeps people in front of her on the defensive end, but it doesn't stand out.
Yeah, she's very deceptive, I have to admit. I think that people will appreciate how good she is the more that she plays.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, obviously she's already made herself well known in the WNBL in Australia after this season. For Bendigo, 23 points a game. That's not easy to do in any league, at any level, at any age. And she's already doing that at 21 years of age.
Here's Japan getting an open look for Machida. Now Melbourne.
Already the 14th foul for Japan. Tanaka has to go to the bench. The young Japanese talent.
Oh, Machida's going out. You've got coming into the game now Yamamoto. So it's going to be Kono, Asahina, Yamamoto, Yabu, and Miyazawa, the captain, the veteran. And Magbagor turns, gets inside, and just does what Ezzy wants to do.
Yeah. What do you do, though, when you don't, you know, she's giving up.
Nice pass down low. She doesn't look. They go for the three instead, and it pays off. Miyazawa, that's 2026. Would they have done that 30 years ago? I think she would have turned and tried to shoot it inside. Alana Smith, he's had a much better start to the proceedings today. Three-point look, and Miyazawa knocks it back out for another chance for Japan, and this time Australia rebound the miss. This time Talbot can't control it, goes out of bounds. Magbagor goes out and Kelly George comes in. Also Jade Melvin goes out, Allie Wilson comes in. Turnover.
Rolling eyes. That pass was just off the mark, though. And it goes off the hands of Toto. So we saw the other day, too, yesterday. It just felt like a long time ago.
Yeah, it does.
You know, Japan's such a good passing team.
Well, you got to do better defensively. Already given up. Talbot, little skip and a jump.
I think she kind of went to the Euro step, but she then she went 1-2 instead of going to a 2-foot jump stop, I think. Let's take a look here. It was a nice take. Here, she picks it up. 1, 1, 2, 4.
Same,
yeah, you could see it, yeah.
When she sees the replay, she'll know. Max Fowler's going to come in. She's the MVP of the Asia Cup last year.
She actually replaced an injured player last year on the Aussie squad. First time ever playing on the senior team. What did she do? Comes home with MVP honors.
Who did she replace? Do you remember? Sorry to put you on the spot. If you don't know, you don't have to tell me.
Don't know.
Well, it just goes to show how much talent they've got in Australia to be able to do something like that. Here is whistle blows on that one. That was a bit harsh on Talbot. Looked like she got a lot of ball on that. Takashiki has it off. Knock it back in. And nice shot from Takashiki.
Wow. I like that little big short roll. Takashiki.
Kayla taking it and going all the way and missing. And good job, Mauli, who's come in, knocks it over to her teammate. And as Toto comes in for the layup. How about that? And the Japanese have come right back and trail by just 2 points.
Well, like you said, we saw Australia have lags yesterday in their game against Argentina. Yeah, it was almost a 30-point win, but you would not have noticed that if you were watching the game.
It's Fowler fouled in the lane. So here she is, getting that MVP award so early in her career. It's just like, God, this is not too bad, is it? It's going to be to accomplish a feat like that. I mean, it is crazy.
I know, it is crazy.
I mean, there are many players, the good players that are never even close to the MVP. And Stacey was saying, these are the types of mistakes that are gonna, or plays that are gonna hurt Japan. Can't continue to give up possessions. Borlase, overhead pass, skip pass, and this ball goes off the hands of Kayla George. It's a 3-point lead for the Opals. If this falls, we're tied, and it does not. Now Borlase going right down the lane. That was a little crazy.
Maybe forced it a little bit too much, had 2 defenders.
Toto fouled by Fowler. The Opals have not looked as good on their last couple of possessions.
So yeah, Alex Fowler was invited late into camp when Mariana Tolo and Lauren Jackson pulled out. So she was, she wasn't initially invited into camp, and she was a late invite. First senior team competition MVP.
And we're tied. Tanaka with the 3-pointer.
Mariana Tolo expecting her first baby in about a month from now.
Wow.
Obviously.
Congratulations. One of the all-time greats.
Yeah, Opals great, like you said.
Yeah, terrific. Really happy to hear that. Here is ball going out of bounds. And headed back to Japan, and right now it's all about the Japanese. They've got some momentum, a little bit of, shall we say, lethargy in the game of the Opals, and some decision making, and just not locked in.
They're not precise enough.
Yeah.
Consistently.
Yeah.
Because when they are, it's great. They have good shots, good looks, good makes. Defensively, everything is clicking, and then you feel like consistent lags. Oh wow, we're gonna have an offensive foul.
Yeah, Toto kind of raised her left arm and went over the defender, Reed. Watch this. Oh, no, she went around.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, good job there by Reed. Also had a great summer last year with the Opals, playing on her first senior team.
She reminds me a little bit of Christy Harrow for some reason. Here is a jump shot from the wing. And the putback, and the putback again.
Nice,
Ayakuso.
Yeah, nice pass from Fowler to Ayakuso. You just want to see Ayakuso dunk now that you read that she could dunk.
Yes.
So we're going to have a foul after the shot. You heard the referee from here.
It feels like Australia is starting to wake up a little bit.
Yeah, I think they picked up their intensity more defensively.
Do you think there's ever been an Australia team since that great team with Jackson, Harrow, Penny Taylor, Snell,
yeah, Snelly,
Aaron Phillips, everybody? I mean, that team, that team played defense.
Oh, yes.
You did not want to play them.
No, you
especially
didn't.
Harrower. She was going to make you feel her throughout the game. And I see a little bit in that in Reed. She is really defensively sticking to Machida like glue, like white on rice. Now she switches over to Toto.
I mean, we can also go back to that 2000 team, though.
There's a three. Yeah, Timsy.
Sandy was on that team. I don't know. They've had a lot of great generational teams.
Yeah, they have. Here's Reed. And Whitcomb rattles in the three, and just like that, Australia go back up by 5.
Sammy Whitcomb, we saw her out getting some shots up early, shooting only 2 of 7 yesterday from three-point range. She already has 2 made three-pointers here in today's game.
Oh, nice drive. Nice. Put it up from the baseline. And Australia get it back. And it's just one of these runs now that Japan are in danger of seeing continue for the Opals. They need to lock in themselves defensively. Reed. Here's Kayla George, lets it fly from deep. And Zidane with the rebound. Ayakuso down low it goes to Fowler, puts it up and misses. Oh, she gets her own rebound back and puts it up and in.
Yeah, she's just trying to pad her stats a little bit. The first one was a little too easy.
I was thinking the same thing. And now the ball goes off. Look at that. Another chance for Australia. Whitcomb looks up. She sees the clock. Almost had a chance to get a 3 right at the buzzer. But a nice recovery for Australia, who lost the initiative only to reclaim it. It's 25-18, Australia on top of Japan at the end of 1.
Yeah, Japan stormed back, tied.
I mean, it's how they beat you. Second quarter underway, and Japan looking for their first win, having fallen yesterday to Hungary. And they get a quick 3 right at the start. And it's Hiroshita again, this time from deep. She scored earlier on a drive.
Yeah, nice little action out of the break.
Reed open, that's off. Didn't really like that shot. Match a nice pass here. She's at the time and scores. And Japan have come out sharp.
They make you run around consistently defensively, and that can tire teams out over the course of 40 minutes.
Ayakuso, no joy, good D. She didn't really go to the basket per se. She made it a little bit easier for Takashiki. Machida gets rid of it. Yamamoto back to Machida, back to Yamamoto, and she's got the 3. Look at this. Japan start with a run to the second quarter and move back in front.
You see Sammy Whitcomb having to help same side and gives up an open look for Yamamoto. I don't think that was, I think Sammy running to the bench says, yeah, you know what, my bad. I know I should never help same side.
curious if we might hear an angry Sandy Brondello.
Really angry, is she?
Yeah, you're right. She wasn't angry.
Well, I mean, you know, it's Sandy. She'll get a little heated, but I don't think I've ever seen her scream. But yeah, here it was. I mean, Sammy Whitcomb's a more talented player than that defensively. She knows that you should never help, and it was too hard. You know, a lot of times if you do play that kind of defense, you want the other guard to X off and take the person in the corner, but Reed was behind the play and would have never got there by the shot release.
Magbagor in the game. And here's Bibi, and how about her introduction to the contest?
She played only in the second half, I think it was yesterday, but getting in earlier today. Obviously, Bibi having a great season in Girona this year. She had a good season last year in Girona as well.
Pretty sure her mom and sister are sitting here in the stands watching them play, so she made that one right in front of them.
Why do you think it's her family?
And now the steal, and Yamamoto, that was a big play.
This is what Japan didn't do yesterday. They did not pick up full court. And you and I kind of questioned. We thought that they have the ability to be able to pick up full court for 40 minutes, and they did not.
Magbagor going up against Takashiki, back outside to Melbourne. Shot clock about to expire, and now look at the pass. And Melbourne gets it just in time, but misses.
Great defensive action, great defensive hands there, I should say, by Japan. So Japan looking a lot more comfortable to start this second quarter compared to how they ended the first.
There's Shita. Brings it back out to Machida. They get a corner three, and it goes! How about that from Yamamoto? So she's shooting much better today.
Yeah, Yamamoto, 8 points already for her.
Oh, and Mauli doing a good job on Alana Smith. Here's Alana Smith going to work against Takashiki. Ended up kind of taking the shot as she faded away, but Smith won't give up on it. They have to hurry to get the ball up the floor to Mauli. Mauli open, she takes the shot, she makes it, and the threes are falling for the Japanese. I mean, they are on fire today.
Yeah, they really are. The threes are falling, but I think they're also open looks, though, so Australia maybe struggling a little bit to defend Japan's actions.
Great defense, and it all starts on this end. They're really causing problems with their defense. Ezi gets it, lets it fly, and Machida with the rebound. Passes up ahead, and there they go again, and what a finish!
What a
from
perfect
Yamamoto.
pass too, though, Jeff.
It was.
It was a great finish, but Machida, bullseye
and now
pass.
an over and back.
Wow, Australia. Coach Brondella might need to have to take another timeout soon. Well, we do have a couple substitutions checking in. Talbot and Borlase, but
yeah, they definitely need to change something. Right now, the Japanese have the wind in their sails, and they're reminding us of who they are.
Japan, yeah.
We haven't seen this until now.
Style of basketball. That
even in the first quarter yesterday.
We got used to, you know, in the late 2018. They started it in 2018 at the World Cup that you and I were at in Tenerife, I feel like.
Well, there's another drive. Oh, and that was one they should have made, but there for the follow is
Asahina and Brondello calls a timeout. Now, it was a 16-5 advantage on the boards, and now Japan have grabbed the last 5 rebounds as well.
Yeah, 16-5 advantage. You're talking about the rebounds, but also, I mean, for me, it's more the speed, the tenacity. Japan, they're knocking down their three-point shots. Let's see what Sandy's going to change in this timeout.
Disrupting our flow, and we're not handling it. Okay? That is our Achilles. Toughen up. No picking the ball up. Have a purpose. You overplay back cut. Simple play. They're switching or zoning. They're switching and loading up, blacking where they can. So if you get a little and if we have an open side here, okay, let's just go flash it. There's our highlight. The next action. Right now, we're running horn, but Calvin is here. Okay? Ezzy, the Big Ten is here. We set a screen. Roll hard. Now they shouldn't black out. On your safe side. They can't black out. And if it's not here, you're going to set a screen and switch it. Right on first play. 1, 2, 3, come on.
Well, some hope for the fans, for the team. From the land of the rising sun, they are definitely rising right now and showing us more of what they're all about.
How do you like this? They come out in a 2-3 zone, but Magbagor, a little fadeaway. She's so good.
Yeah, I don't know. Does that not cut down your activity on defense? Isn't that one of the strengths of Japan, where they're trying to create some havoc with their D? Chasing the basketball. But anyway, let's see.
I don't mind it because obviously Brondello probably drew up a play.
Rebound run for Borlase. For a man-to-man. With Talbot. Can Australia come right back? Certainly looks like they might. And Ezzy McBagor, excuse me, goes up and scores. I have to remind myself on that one. Nice bounce pass, little wraparound, rolling right into the hands of Jade Melbourne. And now Borlase drives in, misses, but great follow from Alana Smith. Australia keep possession. Australia is starting to rev the engines a little bit here. Talbot wants to get the handle, drives in and get fouled. Much better for the Opals.
Yeah, nice little run here. But it's also, you know, you put Magbagor back in the game, and it's easy to get offense going. And, well, we saw that last 4 points have been by her. She had 16 points yesterday, 7 rebounds, 4 of those offensive. She did play 22 minutes. And, you know, this is a back-to-back for both these teams.
So we're going to hear from Corey Gaines now. We'll go down to the Japan bench because they called timeout.
Jump stop, you get to the paint. Jump stop. Jump stop.
Let's see what Coach Gaines wants them to do. But again, you know, Magbagor, I was talking before the timeout, this is a back-to-back for both those teams. You have to manage your stars and how many minutes you play. We know that there's 5 games in 7 days. That is not easy. It's also not easy because it's not as though they've had months to train for this either. You could train, you know, your body to do that kind of performance, but all of these women playing professionally, whether in Australia, in Europe, in the US, you know, they met each other here for a couple days of practice before this tournament started. And, well, this is a marathon. It's not a sprint of a tournament, let's say that.
Gonna have to figure it out. I mean, Australia played the first game yesterday. Japan played the second. Again, they will get that day off tomorrow. Day off in quote marks until they go to practice. Here's Tanaka. Going up to Kata. And Takata really looked like herself much so far in this tournament.
I think that's a good assessment. Still early, though.
Ryan Smith missing. Dropped Takata that time with the rebound, getting it to Tanaka. And full turnaround, gets it over Ezzy. How about that? And one. Or was it a foul on the box out?
I think it was a foul on the box out, but the basket is going to count because it was before the foul. So, and then we have a holding box out here.
Oh.
It's Melbourne.
It was a wrestling match. Or a little sumo action.
I don't know if we'll see. Melbourne going against Hina. No, we can't really, we don't have a good angle.
I think the referee's saying, take down. So, big opportunity for, so have they counted the bucket? Basketball inbounded. Tanaka drives in, gets blocked this time by Alana Smith. They do finally count it. Yeah, it was slow to register. And nice play, knocking it away. Toto from Borlase. Tanaka drifts in and gets the foul called on Talbot. So again, more active on defense, opportunity created, go the other way. That's where they have to be better, and they have been better.
Tanaka really crafty. Just being able to draw the foul on Talbot. It's going to be her second. I wouldn't be surprised if we see her come out of the game with those two fouls. Yeah, Fowler's going in. You know, Tanaka, normally that kind of a move, going into someone defending, drawing the foul is what you learn the older you get, later in your career, but she's already kind of mastered that.
Makes both. So, right when it seemed like the Opals were coming back, Japan, they're back up by 9.
And it's the first time we've seen Japan in a full court press after free throws. They didn't shoot many free throws yesterday, so maybe that was in the game plan, and we just didn't see it. But again, I like this aggressive full court defense.
Borlase open.
I really think it was what they were missing yesterday in their game against Hungary. Defensively, they weren't the same team.
Yeah, good look. You can see the hold preventing Fowler from going for the rebound. Got into her cylinder. I thought the Turkish player last night, who was it?
Fitzik.
Yes.
On
she was,
Aaliyah Edwards.
She was really in the cylinder.
She was really.
Here's Melbourne, pulls up from the elbow. That's a 9-point lead for Japan, and you know, it's to say this is now an opportunity for them would be a huge understatement. I mean, if they can win this game, they're right back on track.
Yeah, you and I questioned if any team here would be able to beat this Australian squad. So
And there's still a long way to go,
There's still a long way to go, but if Japan can do it on game day 2.
I definitely had my doubts at the end of yesterday. So they are driving around, and the whistle blows, and another foul called on the Opals. So Fowler picks up her second. Allie Wilson back in the game. Ayakuso also back in the game. And Takada, who is, again, it's, you know, players, you know, they get older. I mean, it's just, they're not going to be able to sustain, you know, Takashiki, maybe not the same player that she was.
Yeah.
But still, when you have that experience, you also have more, you know, that's the advantage of getting older.
Absolutely, yeah. And I do agree with you, Takada, not on her game in this first, it's only been a game and a half, so you and I, we don't have a lot to.
She looks a little tired or something today.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
We're so used to, you know, just expecting performance after performance.
It's a good move by Lina Smith, but missed the shot. Another 3 attempt, and here Shita misses. And this time coming over the back. Oh no, they call it on Australia. No, they did call it on Japan. Yeah, on Toto. I thought so. But I'm not sure why Lina Smith was upset.
I think she was talking about that. She thought she was fouled on that layup that she missed down on the other end.
Allie Wilson down low, much more like it. Ayakuso gets the bucket.
Pass by Wilson. Trying to bait both defenders to stay with her.
A little bit of activity on the defensive end by the Australians, and that is a very difficult shot attempted by Hiroshita. Allie Wilson down low, and she is denied, but hit on the arm. Patient whistle. Yeah, clearly got her on the arm.
Yeah. She got the call, though. Well, still a 9-point lead by Japan, even though it feels like Australia's been playing better now.
We need to talk about this free throw shooting by the Opals. It's been really substandard in this first half. You know, they're now 5 of 11.
17 of 22 yesterday, so 77%.
Just an off day.
Fatigue a little bit. This is a back-to-back. They played the first game yesterday, so that being said, you have less than 24 hours to recover, eat, prepare.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just about recovery. They had to, you know, I'm sure they had scouting last night.
Good hands, Allie Wilson. Allie Wilson's bringing a nice spark off the bench. Takashiki going up against Fowler, and no foul called. And Takashiki is, again, needs to get to the free throw line. But she's not winning those battles.
Coach Gaines does have a timeout if he wanted to use it. A minute left in the second.
She's got to get it.
Yeah.
She does get it in time. Oh, she gets blocked by Allie Wilson. Borlase goes up for the layup. Much better for the Opals. In the final minute. And need to finish this first half strong and take some confidence into halftime. Right now, it's
Australia, they've got the wind in their sails. Match it up, bounce fast, ends up with Mauli. She gets it up with the shot clock winding down. And Mauli gets it back after the Miyazawa rebound, tap. Watch it again. Here she's a front three.
Borlase just got caught on the inside. And a great screen there.
This is what they
the
do.
Shooter open, yeah.
Three-pointer for Whitcomb. And that is a great way to finish for Japan, going up, back up by 9. 47-38, Japan on the strength of 9 of 18 shooting from three-point range. Lead Australia, 47-38.
Oh, much better job than yesterday scoring for Japan. We get a look at the free throw, the shooting percentages, 50% from three-point range for Japan. Australia still out rebounding them, but they did a much better job there in the second quarter, as you see Japan sharing the ball, because sharing is caring, folks.
FIBA competitions. Yep, 11 spots up for grabs for the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup that's going to be in Berlin. Australia will be there, and the team that's beating them right now, Japan, 47-38, trying to get there, and they're 0-1 after their opening loss to Hungary. Sammy Whitcomb comes right out, knocks down a three-pointer. It's a good start for the Opals. There's Takata, turns.
A rare decision for her, I feel like. And Takata was the captain for many years as well.
She was. Here's a three-point shot, no good. And Magbagor with the rebound, and then she's fouled. Miyazawa's the captain now.
Takata having to come and help.
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Also because I actually think Magbagor sort of lost the ball before her shot attempt.
As he does it. Here is a look at the bench from Australia, always getting the coaching. Just 1 or 2, and the free throws continue to be an issue for Australia for some reason. Shooting below 50. No, now they're at just over 50%. A miss for Japan. Now here comes Australia. Yeah, they're right at 50%. Australia 7 of 14 from the line. Backdoor cut, good read by Miyazawa. And now a chance to go, and Takata. And they had a whistle. Heard like a little bit.
It was a little whistle, but I think it's a good whistle. Here you can see it. She comes up with the steal, Takata, and the reach in. You have to call it, because if you don't, you're going to call it because the other team's going to do it, and then it becomes unfair.
It sounded like that little ball in the whistle got messed up. Look at that. Nice play. Much better. Machida inside to Takata.
Machida with the perfect pass. I think that's her 9th assist now. Don't forget Machida breaking assist records at the Tokyo Olympics. Averaged over 12 assists a game, Jeff. How?
Incredible. And a tug called on Japan. Getting a little handsy there. So Yabu goes out. She's got 4 fouls.
I think it was more the push when Allen caught the ball.
Good job, Takata. But Japan not able to get it, and they give up a layup. Well, the deflection was there, and almost turnover. Toto Rolls. Much better movement. Much better movement by Japan right now. If Japan's not moving on offense, they're not going to
No, they're not.
be successful.
I think this is just a silly foul by Jade Melbourne, though. You gotta love Melbourne's intensity, but sometimes she's a little too intense, too aggressive for the game.
Tanaka inbound down the low blocks to Takada, and much better. Ever since we started like questioning her, she started playing well.
She just needed us to. You're just so used to her game being simple but effective and very few mistakes.
Here she is. Got in the way of Magbagor. Now Steph Talbot. Over to Melbourne. Good hands by Toto. Just 2.9 seconds. Australia being very patient, but now they're going to have to rush one up. Well, they know that Magbagor can knock down the three. So you got to get out and guard her. Now she's going to drive. And she got a decent look. Nice pass. Now she is starting to look more like her old self as well. And the block. Good play. Talbot swatting Miyazawa.
It was a good job. She was there in the stunt line on Machida, but able to get out. Great recovery.
Wholesale substitutions for Japan. Interesting that Corey Gaines has done that. Got only 5 seconds. They got to get it up. Tanaka gets it up just in time. And Lina Smith with the rebound. Nice pass from Melbourne. And Magbagor missed the layup. Now pass to the corner. 3-point shot. Good! Another one from Hiroshita.
But it was just that transition and the speed that Japan played with. Mauli. Someone had to take her and left open in the corner, and Magbagor was the trailing defender. It's a long way to have to run.
Melbourne from the right corner. And if you look at Tanaka on this play, she's going to get the benefit, but she's going to box out.
They were both going for the ball initially. I don't mind it being a no call, to be honest.
No, but I mean, I just felt like she had a chance to box out, and she didn't.
Steph
She was
Talbot,
ball watched.
yeah.
Well, no, Tanaka. But anyway, here is another chance for Japan, up 10 points. Mauli, little turnaround on Smith.
That's a tough shot.
Yeah, it's been good today. She's been a bright spot. Steps back now, down low to Smith. That was a beautiful play. Allie Smith.
I like the way that Allie Wilson.
Excuse me, yeah.
It was to Smith. I like the way that she has played coming off the bench today. I think she's really, her minutes have been very profitable for Australia.
And Tanaka drives in and had to go to a right hand and missed it. Talbot deep into the lane. Now Whitcomb, nice shot. Sammy's been shooting well second half.
Sammy's had a great game, especially compared to her game yesterday. She's taken more initiative.
And that was Lina Smith reaching in, knocking the ball, and it goes off of Japan. Right there.
Just a little too casual coming up for the handoff of Japan. forget, Smith is probably one of the best defensive players in the WNBA, consistently on the all-defensive team. And, well, you're allowed to bump the cutter. I just don't think, was it Yamamoto didn't have her feet set. Smith just also hands her, though.
Wilson's pass down low, and Smith gets it out to Talbot. Doesn't get it up in time. Probably just a little bit of slippage back into the game. Saw some yesterday.
48-54. We've got 14 minutes and 39 seconds left to play. I'm not sure a lot of us heading into today would have said first game of the day, Japan would be up on Australia at this point.
No, definitely not. Much improved performance today.
Yes.
But it's going to be a battle to sustain it. Australia fighting away. Right now, Australia outscoring them 10-7 in this quarter. And interesting take from Yamamoto, but here comes Whitcomb. And the ball gets away from Talbot, but it's going to stay at this end because Japan didn't pick it up.
Not a bad idea, the pass to Talbot. Difficult catch to make, though.
Ayakuso comes back into the game. So Lana Smith gets the well-deserved rest. She's definitely gassed when she leaves the game. She gives everything. Here's the pass to Talbot. The spin, Ayakuso gets it. An easy one. Good play, Talbot. Here comes Australia now, down by just 4. Yamamoto. Kono. Yamamoto lets it fly. That's big.
There's not much more Sammy Whitcomb could have done defensively. You saw an exasperation of air come out after that.
Oh, and look at that. Kind of a difficult pass to Allie Wilson. Pulling up, Yamamoto, you can count it! And the Japanese back on top by 10. A 3-point shot, punishing Australia for the turnover. Talbot from a long way out. It was on line, but off, and Takashiki can't grab the rebound. So Sandy Brandello just kind of backpedaling, taking a deep breath, like, hey, what are we going to do here? Look at this.
I think Borlase could have played a little bit more. But the good news is she should be fresh checking into the game now. She hasn't played big minutes today.
Well, now it's her time to shine. She gets it. And driving in is Fowler. Oh, good defense from Talbot, almost forcing another turnover. Reed's going to come in. And there's a foul on Borlase. It's her first foul. Talbot goes out. It's all about D right now for Australia. She gets some good looks on the offensive end. And meanwhile, you can see here Corey Gaines shouting, go, go, go. He wants to see that movement. Machida gets the pass, and it goes, and just a little bit hemmed under there. Here's Shita. Or no, that was Asahina, excuse me. Toto's going to come into the game. Reed has come in for Australia, and she is fouled.
And that was unnecessary, in my opinion. I think it was a foul. Yamamoto had Reed exactly where she wants her to. She was not a scoring threat here. She did a good job. She got back in front. There's nothing Reed can do that close. She was tiptoeing the baseline.
She's tiptoe through the tulips. You ever hear that?
No.
Tiny Tim. 60 to 52.
No one really in foul trouble for Japan other than Yabu, who checked out earlier in the
Oh, boy. Mistake. Great find by Allie Wilson. Australia is starting to get layup after layup. To a 6-point lead, and here's Toto, and she gets blocked from behind by Borlase. Look at that, nice sharing of the basketball. Borlase gets it out to Reed. Nice bounce pass again, another layup, not this time. Japan escaped. Toto from deep. Wilson down low. Ayakuso. Japan living dangerously.
Nice, smart foul.
Yep, that's their fourth, so no free throws.
Yeah. There was a mismatch.
So Takata back for Japan for this final minute and 11 seconds of the third quarter. And now holds.
Yeah.
So that's going to be free throws.
Quick foul. Another quick foul going against Reed. Just I see the first foul in the transition, fouls on the floor, and then here, see her holding. I mean, as soon as you hold the jersey, the referee is going to call the foul really quickly.
So Tanaka takes advantage.
Double digits as well for Tanaka.
Gets both to go, the 20-year-old.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Now Reed. Ayakuso this time driving in, and I think she wanted to prove a point after missing that last layup. Nice play. Fowler, the D, close on Tanaka. Or Takata, rather, and now Tanaka's fouled.
And another trip to the free throw line, though.
Three fouls on Fowler. And the first one's good. So, free throw line's been good for Japan.
Especially, you know, you're looking at their game yesterday.
7 of 7.
Where they went 2 times, Jeff. Twice, total. I mean, you know, 2 free throw attempts, not 2 trips to the line. 2 free throw attempts total.
Here's Australia trying to get some points. Finding it difficult. Wilson goes in against Takata, and there is Ayakuso. Great follow by her. Seems like Ayakuso has figured things out here the last couple of trips down the floor where she can be effective.
Don't forget Ayakuso. She played against Japan last summer.
Miyazawa, they got to get the shot up, and she gets it up just in the nick of time, and she banks it in. Incredible.
I think it's going to count.
It is. Wow.
And, well, oh, yeah, easily out of her hands.
The bank was open.
The banks were open earlier for Jade Melbourne. Let's not forget, it's this side of the court the banks are open. And I think they're going to take a quick review just to double check.
Well, Japan can shoot this well from deep. They can beat anybody. I mean, they've 13 threes.
For me, it's not just that. I think they're more, we talked about it at halftime, they're more aggressive defensively. You know, today, every time Magbagor touches the ball, she has played limited minutes tonight, I feel like, Magbagor, but, you know, they're just everywhere, Japan. They're double teaming in the post. Dorka Uaz yesterday, what, maybe twice they came and doubled her?
Yeah.
No one came, and they're picking up full court after free throws. We've seen them in a full court press sometimes.
100%.
So, and I think that has given them better momentum, better options, better looks offensively.
Yeah, 100%. Got to be there defensively, and 67-58 Japan.
You
Look
talked
at those
about
threes.
it, like 54%, and they're 100% from the free throw line. I mean, they literally shot 2 free throws the
And
other
Australia
day.
7 of 14
yeah.
at the line.
Machida hasn't scored yet today, but she does have 6 rebounds and 9 assists, so she could end up with a double-double and 0 points.
That's a hope that happens. Here's the drive, and Hiroshita this time. Hiroshita no good. Opals had quite a few opportunities driving to the basket in that third quarter. Borlase gets in, and that soft shot looks good.
I really like that Brondello is leaving the second unit in, because I do think that they were efficient.
Miyazawa, meanwhile, drives in, had a good look. They battle for the rebound, but Australia hold. Oh, nice little dribble, but then Takashiki knocks it out of bounds. Trying to go for a Euro step.
Maybe lost her footing a little bit, or didn't have the energy at the end of it, but going up against a taller Takashiki.
Rasan Zain, the referee from Syria, making that call. Wilson. And Takashiki with the board. It's only her second rebound. Oh, nice play. Great job. Oh, they call the offensive foul. I thought she did the right. I mean, that's great defense by Wilson.
Great defense by Wilson.
But it was also I thought the right play by Toto. And just pushing off that little bit too much.
I think Wilson also did a pretty good job of selling it.
She's been one of Australia's top players today, in my opinion. Wilson, the way she's come into the second half especially. That ball thrown at the feet of Miyazawa, and she comes up with it. 7-point lead for Japan. Miyazawa, the captain. And a hold.
You know, you talked about Alex Wilson, Allie Wilson, 0 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. But Australia just played better this game today when she's been on the court, in my opinion.
Yeah. She's bringing the effort. That's what I like.
Yep.
Smith will come back in. That should help Australia. Maoli in for Japan. Dump down low to Takada, and it's Borlase with the foul.
That's, you know, clock awareness as well. I think Takada would not have had time to turn around and shoot as the shot clock was winding out. Look, she catches it with 0.5. You wouldn't, unless she, tips it in from behind her back, so Borlase there. I understand the foul, but it wasn't the right timing.
Japan beaten yesterday by Hungary, trying to get their first win, and good hustle, saving it in bounds, Hiroshita. And Machida has it knocked away by Reed. Good job by Reed, and then she's fouled at mid-court. Some of the Australians, Jade Melbourne asking for no sportsmanlike.
You know, Reed going to come up with the steal, but it was a combination of Allie Wilson and her effort as well to help Reed come up with that steal. So again, Allie Wilson taking advantage of her minutes.
Oh, nice no look down low to Ayakuso. Oh, and Ayakuso doesn't score. She had her back to the basket, and Smith whistled for the foul.
She's saying that was a soft foul. Let's take a look here. Oh, I think it's a pretty good foul call.
Yeah.
You and I definitely always have an advantage, though. We get to see the slow-mo replays, and I would say more often than not, the referees make the correct call, even if the players disagree with it.
Machida to Takada, kind of steps back. Well, she has definitely answered the call.
She has. She did not like hearing what you had to say about her game.
Here's the drive. Oh, Borlase gets in and banks it in. Quick response by Australia. 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Oh, beautiful play, but Mauli can't come up with it. That was the right play. I feel like that pass was good enough to corral there. Mauli needs to come up with that one.
Yeah, I agree. But, you know, Mauli right away went to Machida and said, you know what, my bad. I think she knew she needed to.
But Machida gets the turnover. That's the cruelty.
Yeah.
Mai Yamamoto, 16-17 for Tanaka. Here's Reed, meanwhile, travels. 14 points for Whitcomb, 10 for Ayakuso. It's a quiet 10, isn't it, for Ayakuso, second leading scorer in the team?
I think she's been the recipient, or she's been in the right spot at the right time as well, but she's been the recipient of a lot of good passes, penetrations by her teammates, and then finding her at the end of the play.
Oh boy, telegraph pass solved by Alana Smith. And Alana Smith goes down, misses the layup, but Ezzy Magbagor goes in, and that's a good sign for the Opals.
Again, talked about it quickly, Alana Smith, one of the best defensive players in the game right now. And she's come up with a couple big steals.
And a little bit of a Kono drive that probably should have scored, did not.
Coach Fronzello slowly going back to her starting five. Well, it is the five who started the game. Oh, no, sorry, except for Allie Wilson. Jade Melbourne started over her today. Yesterday, Allie Wilson started against Argentina.
There's Takada, a little bit of a different prospect going up against Magbagor. Ooh, dangerous pass. Takada gets it outside. Good job, Talbot, keeping it alive. Comes up with the basketball.
Well, a couple unnecessary fouls in the backcourt by both teams, I think, in this quarter. It's a 14 foul now for Japan. Australia has 3 team fouls.
Yeah, the Opals pick it up. They're only down 5. They got a chance to get it to 3, maybe 2.
And their starting 5, in my opinion, should be well rested. They've been out for a while.
Wilson, short. They haven't shot it as well as Japan today. That is for darn sure. 13 of 24 from deep for Japan. 54%. Australia 5 of 20. 25%.
Oh, what? Sammy Whitcomb has 3 of those, 4 of those.
And, oh boy, great coverage. Smith, no, foul called. Thought she had done it well there, but I think it's because she swung.
She came over and she kind of came over her body, right? And then
she swung down on the ball.
I think actually if she had just stayed up, I'm not sure Asahina would have made the layup.
Yeah, it was a tough shot.
Going left as well.
Ooh.
Oh, a rare miss for Japan today at the free throw line.
They were
perfect, so now they're 8 of 9.
8 of 9, and she does make the second. She's going to come out. Miyazawa's going to come back in.
Captain, my captain. Checking back in, 5:09.
What a great movie. I just watched that the other day. Smith gets it in. Tanaka guarding Whitcomb. Wilson to the corner, wide open. Talbot got it! And the Opals trail by just 3.
One possession game. It has not been a one possession game in a very, very long time. For Japan, do they have the talent to hold on? Lots of basketball left to be played.
Well, Yamamoto is going to get it up. And you wonder, Machida is going to come back into the game. I think they need her kind of organizing the offense. Yeah. Australia can tie it if they do knock down a 3. McBagor, no, it's going to be Talbot again for 3. Yes! Back to back from Steph Talbot. And what can you say about experience? It's been a challenge knocking down the 3s for Australia today, and then she just hits 2 in a row.
Yeah, you were questioning their 3-point shooting. A minute and a half against Steph Talbot, 2 back-to-back 3-pointers from the same spot. And this is the experience. You know, these 4 players weren't on the team last summer, but they come up big. They've played many games with the Australian jersey over their chest. They know what to do in big-time situations. And I think this is going to pay off. Coach Brondello was able to have them on the bench. They should have fresh legs for the last 4:13 of this game.
Japan led by as many as 11. They were up by 10 not long ago. And it's just been a great comeback by Australia, just staying with it. You know, the 3-point shot can always get you back into a game quickly, and it has. You live by it, but you can also die by it by missing them or having the other team make them. And that's what happened here. Look at Talbot. And Talbot from 3-point range today, 2 of 3. So she hasn't really put too many up. And Gaines knows now that it's a whole new ball game.
She was 0 of 4 yesterday. So her first 3-pointers in this competition, in this tournament.
Coming out, Machida back in the game. And it goes to Takashiki. Spins, turns, gets blocked by Alana Smith.
Great help side, Alana Smith.
The Opals can take the lead for the first time in a long time since it was 28-25. Alana Smith from deep, she's got it. Well, they just saved their best for last, it appears, in this 3-point shooting contest. They've hit their last 3. Nice pass down the baseline, but Hiroshita does not attempt the reverse layup. And Sammy Whitcomb whistled for the foul.
She was trying to sell that, wasn't she? Going down. So, big play, but now Takashiki has the pressure of having to make some free throws.
Both Australia and Japan will be at the free throw line for this competition, and she misses the first. It's a lot of front rim.
That's her first free throw attempt of the day. Former MVP herself for this team makes the second. Australia up 2. They can really put some pressure on the Japanese with a bucket here. And Wilson loses it out of bounds. I was just about to say Wilson looks just like a completely different player today, but she turned it over.
Just went off her foot, yeah.
Japan could take the lead with a 3. They've taken quite a few today. Here's Shida, puts it up. And Wilson brings it down, then takes a little bit of punishment.
Japan going to settle for threes, though, the last 3 minutes of this game. Yeah, they've shot the ball well, but again, they've had success in other places. You don't want them to just settle offensively.
Here's Talbot. She just hit the 2 biggest threes of the game. Now Whitcomb gets up a 3. Can you believe it? They have hit 4 in a row. Unbelievable.
And three different players, so.
It's a 5-point lead for the Opals. 2:20 remaining. And still, Japan don't have to go for the threes, but they are going to put one up. Here's Shita, and good box out by Wilson.
And Japan now going cold from 3-point range, as they have only attempted threes the last few possessions offensively. So I think they need to. There's still a lot of games to be played. It's a 2-possession game, 76-71. Lots and lots of time left. So I think this timeout's going to go to Coach Brondello and Australia. And this might just be a timeout to let them recover for a couple minutes. They've played at a high intensity for the last few minutes.
It's funny how we were talking that they did not look like the number 2 team in the world.
Now they do.
And now they do. And it's only great teams that can kind of hold it together in situations like this.
Or also, they don't freak out. They know what they can do. They know that they maybe didn't play as well as they should have. And I agree with you. I think some of the best teams in the world, you can't expect to play perfect, beautiful basketball all the time, every game.
And against a team like Japan, too, it can be really awkward, when the way they play, the way they're moving, the way they're knocking down threes. So huge kudos to Australia. But without a doubt, Steph Talbot's ability to make those big shots has changed this game.
Oh, yeah.
And those key,
those six back-to-back threes. It was a game changer.
Those were legendary. Yeah. I mean, that was big time.
Yeah, game changer, absolutely. And then Sammy Whitcomb.
And she had missed her first 5 of this tournament. And then Whitcomb as well, just
she's had a good game all game long.
Well, Whitcomb has, you saw that number. She's got 17 points, 4 rebounds. And there's Nell Fortner getting ready, the coach of Canada. Getting ready for her team's game coming up. Big one for Canada. Here is Australia, can really make life difficult, and Mac Bagor goes in for the bucket.
She catched short corner and immediately made a move. She didn't wait for the double team to come.
Look at Wilson getting after it defensively. And looking at Gaines, it feels kind of like he knows the opportunity has
maybe passed.
Yeah. And it truly is 40 minutes, this game.
I said it all day long yesterday, Jeff. I do believe that this group is going to go down to game day 5 before we know who has punched their tickets.
And I think, unfortunately,
for Japan. Their loss by 12.
So Hungary could come back and bite them.
Just the margin of defeat. Not so much the defeat, but the margin of defeat. Obviously, they're running out of chances basically right now. Wilson from deep, and Talbot decides, I'm not going to lay myself out to get this one in bounds to save it. 1:13 to go. Well, stranger things have happened than coming back from 7 points down with this amount of time in the game. Let's see if Japan can work a little magic. Yamamoto gets it up, misses everything.
And again, I mean, we need to go back. How many three-point shots have we had in the last 2.5, 3 minutes of this game for Japan? And they have not made a single one of them.
Okay, so Gaines is going to challenge this to see if the ball should be his team's.
Yeah, he thought the shot was reflected.
Yeah, it could have been deflected, but I think it's, you know, the referees can review it on their own if they want to, 2 minutes and under. But
if they think,
if
they're not sure as well, and I think they don't believe it was a shot attempt, or the shot, was it deflected?
So let's see. I guess he's thinking maybe it was Magbagor, or so it would have to be Magbagor. She's the only one that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she would be the only one. I think it's going to be pretty quick. No. He's kind of using this as a timeout as well.
Yeah. Well, he does have 2 more timeouts if he needs to use them.
Yeah. So Australia already in the World Cup, but all the teams that are going to be there are playing in the qualifying tournaments. So it's the next best 3 teams in this group that will go. Turkey won yesterday in that thriller over Canada, and also Hungary won against Japan. Argentina are 0-1, Canada 0-1, Japan 0-1, and in danger of falling to 0-2. That's it does look closer when you look at it from this angle. Look. Ooh, yeah, that's very close, but I don't know. I don't know.
Does the ball change its
Look, right
spin?
right there on the edge, it looks like it might. The only thing is, is it close enough to where they can see?
And reverse the call. Don't forget, if they aren't 100% sure, they can't reverse the call. They have to go with their initial call. How about this quarter, though?
If Japan do not come back and win this game, they're obviously disappointed, but do they lose heart, or do they come back and grow from this? That's the question.
I mean, they have played a lot better than they played yesterday.
Yeah.
So I think you have to even have more confidence going. You have day off tomorrow. You have preparation, day off, recovery day into the last 3 games, in my opinion. Yeah, so they couldn't reverse the call, and it wasn't evident. But how about this? Australia in this quarter have outscored Japan 20-4.
Yeah. So what does that say? Your defense, or some of the shots not available that were available earlier in the game, so they're putting up some more difficult threes?
Yeah.
Just the overall defense has been better for Australia? And Sammy Whitcomb misses, takes it early-ish. So that helps Japan. Yamamoto to the corner. Miyazawa has to back her way up, goes to the hook shot, and maybe not what she wanted.
I mean, you're also taking on an incredibly good defender. I'm not sure Miyazawa was the player Japan should have gone to try and create a basket.
So Sammy Whitcomb and another 3, and Magbagor with the rebound. Ball deflected. Wilson whips it over to Magbagor. She gets up a 3, and that just rubs salt into the wound for Japan. Great job by Australia in this fourth quarter, saving their best for last on both ends of the court, and they have won and really piled the pressure on Japan now here with an 81-71 win.
It's a 40-minute game, and Australia saved their best.